106.7. Wake up Orlando, the sun is on fire. Johnny's house blazing, we taking it higher. Hall of Fame legend Johnny Magic's flow. On XL 1067, running the whole show. Brian bringing jokes like a stand-up ninja. Punchline so sharp they cut when they hit ya. Ray got no filter, she might just explode. What will she say next? Nobody knows. Larry's on the socials, the queen of the clicks. Spinning reels like a DJ turning those tricks. Johnny drives the train, we almost off the tracks. Orlando is ours, yeah, we taking it back. XL's the fire, Johnny's house is the spark. We the voice of the city, we light up the dark. On your drive while you hustle, while you break and you grind. It's Orlando's number one, always on top. This is Johnny's house, feel that energy rise. The number one morning show, lighting up the skies. Turn the volume up, put your hands to the beat. Orlando's life pulse right on your street.
6 o'clock on your Thursday morning, and you are listening to Johnny's House on Orlando's number one hit music station, XL 1067. It is going to be, cooler today.
Yeah.
Which is weird because it's still going to be 89 for your high, partly cloudy, and a 30% chance of rain.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
Brian, is your son too old for a skibbity toilet?
Yes, I don't know what that is.
It is the dumbest thing ever. And I don't understand it still to this day because the twins say the skibbity or toilet and like the stupid stuff or whatever. But anyways, there's a skibbity toilet movie on the way.
What is skibbity toilet?
It's like, I don't know how to explain it.
Now I got to Google skibbity toilet.
Look it up for what, see what Urban Dictionary has to say or whatever.
Skibbity toilet.
So if you've never heard of it, it's
series
like,
with the guy who pops his face out of a toilet.
Yes, and there's a game. There's already a game, and there's something like you buy from Target. It's like basically the guy comes out of the toilet and he's singing.
Yes, I see it now.
But since it's kind of blossomed into this like whole entire franchise that I'm telling you about, like the toys and all that stuff, there's hundreds of videos of it, and now there's an actual plot.
Okay, so now they say it is a slang term when something is bad, weird, or simply doesn't make sense. They turned it into that.
How do you use that in a sentence?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Skibbity.
It's like the whole skibbity toilet and then skibbity something. I don't know. Anyways, I'm trying to understand. You can also use
it as a filler word like So if you can't think of something to say, just drop in a skibbity toilet.
Oh my gosh.
So the plot, if you want to know, it's about a race of singing toilet men who are at war and who have TV cameras and speakers for heads. And I don't know. The kids are loving it. The movie is being made by Michael Bay. And so
you're kidding me, Michael Bay?
Michael Bay.
That's got to be a joke. He makes Transformers.
Listen, the movie is being made by Michael Bay. When something is trending, something's going viral, and something's taking off, you got to jump on it, Brian.
Yes, Michael Bay makes like giant blockbuster movies.
No, it's right there. It's official. I see it. Oh my gosh.
I believe you.
I checked it out.
Hey, skibbity toilet, right? That's all I know. Skibbity toilet.
Your confusion on your face is how I feel on the inside.
It just doesn't make sense to me, but okay. And it looks creepy. Like, I don't think I'd buy this for my kid. A guy's head popping out of a toilet.
Yes.
It looks like skibbity restraining order.
They have it at like Five Below. They have it at a skibbity restraining order.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. So,
okay.
I don't know exactly when it's going to come out, but Michael Bay, there you go.
I wish my 5-year-old kid would come to me and ask me to buy him a little man popping out of the toilet.
Bro.
No, I don't. I don't buy it for them. Anyway, Shakira played at the MetLife Stadium. Did you see this?
Yeah.
In New Jersey last Thursday. And if you were there, you might want to check yourself for a rash or something. So health officials are saying that someone infected with measles came from out of state to attend the sold out Shakira show. And the stadium had a capacity of like 82,000 people. So there's no new cases that have been like attributed to the concert, but symptoms could develop as late as June 6th. So there's somebody that came out and like basically said, yes, I had the measles. Yes, I went to Shakira. And yes, you could be seeing these symptoms up until June 6th.
Huh.
So there have been like 14 measles outbreaks in the United States. And so people are like, all right, great. Somebody came to the concert and now we have to worry about that.
I love how they specified it wasn't none of us. Somebody came from out of state.
Yeah.
And brought the measles up in here.
Yes. It's nobody from New Jersey.
Right. We ain't do it.
Yeah. The New Jersey officials did come out and say that. Yeah. It wasn't us here. But also Jeremy Renner, he believes that he went to the afterlife for a few minutes. And I could see that.
Yeah.
After that snowplow accident, he should have been gone.
Yeah. I listened to, he was on a podcast. I think he sat down with Joe Rogan. or it might have been Theo Vaughn. I don't know. They're like similar,
Yeah.
but the Jeremy Renner part of it was super interesting because he told the whole story, how it happened, the whole deal. Like, I mean, the fact that he's alive is literally a miracle.
Exactly. Yeah. And so like he was talking about the most exhilarating peace he's ever felt in his life was when that happened, which is wild. He's like, you don't see anything, but it's like in your mind's eye, like you're an atom of like who you are, the DNA, your spirit. It's like the highest adrenaline rush. And I'm like, the fact that he's coming out and saying this, it's so scary, but wild to see that he like went to the afterlife and he believes that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he said he made like a snap decision. He said it was 100% gonna kill, I think it was his nephew.
Yeah.
I
and
mean,
he saved him.
Was no chance at all it wasn't gonna do that. Or I do this and maybe I stop it. He tried to jump up and jump off of the moving track. It has like a tank track.
Yeah.
And it was moving. And he thought, well, I could jump and just tap it real quick and continue to jump into the cab.
Oh no.
But it didn't work that way. And it sucked him in. And he said it rolled him through the ringer at like a tank track.
Yeah.
He went through every wheel. Crushed his head, everything.
Oh my dear God.
How is this man walking?
Didn't land in soft snow, it would have like literally crushed him. But the snow pushed him down, and it's a crazy story.
Yeah. And I give him props for coming out and talking about it. And like he has a book coming out, he has all that stuff. And I'm like, I would have done the same thing.
For a second, he probably thought he was an Avenger. He's like, I'm going to make this jump real quick. Pop, pop, pop. No problem. And then he's like, uh-oh.
No.
But he did save his family member's life. So
for sure.
It was huge. All right. Going to find out what everyone was up to yesterday. Ray had another graduation yesterday. We'll get an update in just a few minutes on Johnny's House on XL 1067. Billie Eilish and Wildflower on Orlando's number one hit music station, XL1067. A Thursday morning, you are listening to Johnny's House. It's going to be not as hot today as it was yesterday. I have only 89. There's a 30% chance of rain right now. It is in the upper 70s. So
There's something not right with the heat.
It's weird, right?
Like it just came on so quickly.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I hate when it gets hot at night.
And it's super humid. I mowed the yard yesterday. I almost fainted numerous times. Yeah.
Did your neighbor check in?
Yeah. No, she's out of town. So it would have been bad news if
bad.
I'd have fell out. They'd have found me a few hours later in the
my
yard when I
God.
didn't come inside. A
Stop
lot of people are going to be hot today over at Epic Universe, which is opening this morning for the first time officially. We're going to talk about that later this morning. A lot of stuff has opened here in Central Florida, and a lot of people have been here for some really cool openings, but this one's going to be pretty huge.
Yeah.
Still a little salty that we didn't get to check it out.
Absolutely.
And that's a whole nother situation for a whole nother day. So yesterday, it's weird here when there's anyone that's out, because then you have to, everything kind of domino effects onto something else. So we've all been doing a little extra stuff this week. So just doing that yesterday. And then when I did get home, I'd been out of town. So I'm like, well, I got to take care of my yard because I'm the yard man now. I fired my yard guy a couple months ago. And so it's me now. And so I'm like, well, I got to take care of him. My wife's like, it's really, really hot. I'm like, I know, but if I don't do it today, when am I going to do it?
Yeah.
So I did it. And I was going to split it up, front yard, backyard, but I'm not a person that likes to leave things undone. So I didn't. I finished the whole thing, burned 1,800 calories, which was nice.
Woo! What time did you do this at?
1:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, buddy.
Prime time.
Height of the temperature.
Yeah.
Yep, it took me about 2 hours to do the whole thing because I edge, I get the little blower out and I take care of that. So so did that yesterday. And then I did catch like a 30-minute nap, which was good. And then my wife and I had a date night on the couch watching the finale of Amazing Race.
Oh, nice.
Because it's on Wednesday nights. And so there was a 2-night finale when we were on the cruise last week. So
you had to come back and watch it.
Yeah, so we watched that. We managed to avoid any spoilers for a whole week. So we watched that. She swears we should be on the Amazing Race. I tell her there's nothing about us that says amazing or race. we would be eliminated literally on the first leg.
You don't know that.
Do you know how much of a jerk I would look like on TV? You know they would edit me to be the sarcastic smartass.
Oh,
Yeah, they would.
They would.
It'd be terrible.
That's your role.
That'd be terrible. No. She wants to apply. I'm like, nah, we're good. We're not doing
Do
that.
it, Jen. Do it.
We're not doing that. So Ray, yesterday, another graduation?
Yes. Yesterday was Sienna's graduation. So same thing, just for her round. So, but yeah, it was good. And then after that, I took the kids home and we kind of just relaxed for a little bit. They kept asking to go to the park. And I'm like, you guys, it's so hot out.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? We're going to go to the park. So we went to the park and it was like 2:30 and they were there for like 15 minutes and they're like, it's too hot.
Yeah.
So then that was pretty much it. We went back home and I did some grocery shopping and then their other mom came and got them and took them to like Dave and Buster's and stuff. So
yes. So they had the back-to-back days.
the back-to-back fun.
Kid Vegas, basically.
Yes. Yeah. Just because like I had a celebration for them and then she had a celebration with them. So
look, that is one of the good parts about if you have a co-parenting situation.
Yeah.
As long as the co-parenting is healthy, man, kids rack up.
Seriously.
That's some good
It's
stuff.
two of everything.
So they're done, right?
So they're done. They're done with kindergarten. Well, like they have extra days that they can go back. Like the last official day is next week.
Okay.
But they're like, if you guys want to start vacation, you can now.
Right.
Or summer break.
And then they roll into camp
must
or
be so-
whatever.
Yeah.
It's like frustrating for teachers. It's like, wouldn't you want them to have the same privilege? Oh, you don't have to come in, but if you want to.
Yeah. But I think the teachers get a lot of stuff done. Like they take down like their bulletin boards and like
you're
stuff
right,
like
you're
that.
right.
It's kind of work days for them. And if the kids need to go, then cool. That's
Absolutely.
kind of like a parent perk.
Yes.
Sort of.
Yep.
Cool. Nerissa, how about you?
Pretty easy. So yesterday got some work done around here. Went to go get lunch with a friend. And then I went home and then I basically, other than cleaning and stuff, I made a stop at Publix to pick up a bunch of like little like soda drinks and like little seltzer drinks. And I went to go drop it off at my hairstylist because every time I go, she just absolutely takes care of me. And she really, really treated my mom last week for the Runway to Hope. She did her hair. My mom loved it. She's like, I want to go back and do more.
Oh, that's
So,
cute.
Yeah, she's really, really always looking out. So I decided to just buy a ton of those like little soda drinks to stock up her fridge. Made a stop there, said hello, came back to the studio, did a little bit more work, and then called it a night.
Nice. Well, Ray had a graduation yesterday, and she saw something that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
The kids and what they want to be when they grow up. So we want to find out, though, maybe what you wanted to be or what your kid wants to be when they grow up. We'll do that in about 5 minutes on Johnny's House. Orlando's #1 hit music station, XL 1067. It is Johnny's House on a Thursday morning, 6:36. It's going to be 89 today for your high, about 30% chance of rain. And it is right now around 77 degrees. So, Ray, you had another graduation yesterday.
I did. And it was really cute because the teachers filmed the kids and said, what do you want to be when you get older and why? And so, like, before they announced the names for each kid, they played that little clip. Like, my son said, I want to be a cop so I can arrest people.
I like it.
My sister, oh my gosh. My daughter said that she wants to be a teacher so she could teach kids.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it was really sweet to see those. But some of the kids had me dying of what they wanted to be. The one kid said, I want to be a tooth fairy so I can give people money.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah.
So you want to be like, can we turn that into like adult occupation? Like, what is it, an accountant?
I mean, that would be good. But
that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Is that they don't even know that that's not a thing.
Yeah, it's just like, it was so sweet because he was like, I want to be the tooth fairy so I can give people money. And I'm like, he was so genuine about it. And I'm like, that is the greatest thing I've ever heard. Then there was another kid that said, I want to be a karate kid because I want to fight.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, it was a girl. It was a little girl.
All right.
And I was like, yeah, girl, she wants to fight. And so it was really funny. Then there was another one that said, I want to be a pirate because I want to land planes. But obviously he meant pilot.
No, I think you could combine the two. You
But
could
he
be a
was like,
pirate that flies. It's fine.
I want to be a pirate. And I'm like, yes.
Yes.
So it was the sweetest thing ever. One of
Yeah.
them wants to be a baseball player because he wants to make billions of dollars.
They've been asking that question literally forever. Like, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Yeah.
Like, for me, originally the answer was ninja.
Yes.
I didn't know ninja wasn't an occupation.
And we did a photo shoot of you being a ninja because that's what you wanted to be.
Right, because I thought that was a real thing. I didn't know that it was just from the movies. I mean, obviously ninjas are real, but there's not an occupation that is a ninja. You can't apply like for a job as a ninja. I think the real job that I wanted first ever was astronaut. Like something that I knew.
Yeah.
That was a real job was astronaut.
Yeah, some of the kids did say that, which was sweet.
What did you say?
So I always said I wanted to be a meteorologist.
Okay.
And I said that from kindergarten until maybe like sometime in high school. I wanted to be a meteorologist just because I loved watching weather.
And then when we did our photo shoot for what we're going to be, that's what you were.
Yes.
It was pretty cool. Nerys, what about you? What did you used to say when you were a kid?
The same thing. I've always stayed into TV production. I always wanted to be
well,
like
I mean,
an
but when
anchor.
you're 5, you don't know what TV production is. So
I wanted to be like a reporter, like a
TV
journalist
reporter.
on TV to do journalism and stuff, like
Right.
an anchor. But yeah, that really never left me. And it's funny because, listen, there's kids going into college and we still don't know what we want to do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, clearly I'm not a ninja or an astronaut. So whatever
It's
you say
just
at that
so
age doesn't
sweet.
necessarily stick, but it's still pretty cool.
Yeah. A lot of them like surprised me. One of them said that they wanted to be like a speech pathologist. And I'm like, what? Obviously, like their
parent.
And
probably,
my friend is a speech pathologist and her daughter said that that's what she wants to do. But it was just like their brains at 5. It's the cutest thing.
Yeah, my son wanted to be a WWE superstar.
let's go.
And then he topped out at 5'10" and he's skinny. So that's never going to happen. But
I love it.
now he wants to be on the radio.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
All right. So we want to talk to you. What did you want to be when you were younger? And what do your kids say they want to be now? 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067, 41067, and hit send. As these kids finish up the school, they're going to tell what they want to be when they grow up. What did you want to be? And what did your kids want to be as when they grow up? We'll talk to you in just a few minutes on Johnny's House. The Weeknd, Cry For Me, XL 106.7, Orlando's #1 hit music station. Johnny's House on a Thursday morning. You can actually win tickets to check out The Weeknd, the stadium tour at XL1067.com. And if you listen on the iHeartRadio app, there's a chance to win a trip to Vegas to check him out at Allegiant Stadium, which is pretty cool. Ray had a graduation yesterday, her second one, back-to-back days. And one of the cool things they did, they asked what the kids wanted to be when they grow up. And some of the answers are really, really funny because kids don't really know that you can't apply to be the tooth fairy.
No.
They think it's an actual like career type job.
But it's just so sweet to hear it.
I know. It's really cool because it's super innocent.
Yeah.
And then they want to do it for a good reason.
Absolutely.
To give money to people, which is nice. They don't realize that money comes from somewhere.
Yeah.
So what did your kid want to be when they grow up? Or what did you want to be when you grew up back in the day? Rick, good morning.
Good morning, Johnny's House. How is everybody?
Good.
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm just on my way to work and listening to you as I always do. And, you know, growing up, I grew up in the 80s, and the U.S. gymnastics men's and women's team was everything back then. And then, of course, we couldn't play in the 1980s because we boycotted it, and I was all upset. But I took lessons, and I was getting ready and gearing up, you know, Bart Connor and, you know, Tim Daggett and everybody like that, and Mary Lou Retton. And then I grew 6 inches in one summer, and my dreams got crushed.
No.
It was so sad. And I went through 3 shoe sizes that same summer. And I was so sad that I couldn't become a gymnast like all these other people I looked up to.
Yeah, I
got over it.
You get too tall, then you got to switch to something else.
I'm 6'3", yeah. So I'm a little too tall. You can't do anything but a somersault at that height, you know?
Well, it was a dream, though. It was a dream.
It was.
Thanks for calling. Thanks for listening, Rick.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.
See ya. All right. So, Lexi, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
All right. What did you want to be when you grew up back in the day, or what do your kids say they want to be now?
Well, when I was smaller, I wanted to be an aeronautical engineer, and I'm a kindergarten teacher now, so that definitely changed. But I've got 2 kids, and my 4-year-old says she wants to be a ballerina, but I have my 8-year-old Natalie in the car. Is she allowed to answer for you?
Sure.
Yeah.
Natalie, hi, how are you?
Good.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a pig farmer.
A pig farmer?
Oh, that's a good job.
That's cute.
How does one decide they want to be a pig farmer?
Yeah.
What made you want to be a pig farmer? I want to be a pig farmer because I love pigs, and my grandparents had a pig.
Okay.
Oh, that's fun.
That's cool. That would be a fun job.
Pigs are so cute.
Pigs are cute. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I hope that happens for you.
Yes. Good luck on your pig farming future.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's so sweet.
So cute.
Thanks for calling, Lexi.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Evan, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. All
right. What did you want to be?
I wanted to be a baseball player, but I'm calling for my daughter.
Okay.
Because, last year, she wanted to be an entomologist, which is like a bug scientist.
Right.
And she went to school, and the lady's like, "What are you supposed to be?" And she looks at her, entomologist, and she looked at her. Do you know how to spell that? It's like, yeah, it looks like you don't. And she spells it ENTOMOLOIGIST, entomologist. And I loved it.
Wow.
Like,
Okay. So what pushed her to that? What made her think that?
Man, I think it was the Barbie doll I bought her for Christmas the year before.
See, then it works because they I know that a while back they started giving Barbie careers, and that's cool. If that's what helped her want to be that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I was proud of her because she went outside, picked the bugs, put them to like the little board, stuck them through.
Nice.
That's so cool.
Nice.
A little mean. No, she did it to one that was still alive.
Well, yeah. Hey, she's learning. Yeah, she's learning. She'll get it. Thanks for calling, Evan. All right. Let's see. One more. Alex, good morning.
Good morning. What's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. I'm the 3rd-time caller. I never got my first-time caller
Oh,
number.
dang it.
I mean, we can give it to you.
Okay, we'll make an exception. I know sometimes Johnny's
I was
going to
say when Johnny's here, he would be like, nope.
People. He usually says, nah, first time you missed it, but we'll give you an exception. Reese is going to get it for you.
Yeah, it's 5092.
I ain't giving you the sound effect, though. That was a first-time caller. All right, what did you want to be when you grew up, or what did your kids say they wanted to be?
So my grandfather used to work for Disney, and then growing up, I used to go to the parks all the time. I go to Animal Kingdom, and I would say that I wanted to be like an animal handler.
Oh,
And,
that's good.
I would tell the whole world that, and people would ask me, "Oh, what did you guys do today at the park?" And I would just tell them stories. "Oh yeah, I took care of the tigers today, took care of the rhinos," and then they would start making fun of me. And then I guess one day I just stopped saying that I don't want to be it.
Oh,
So today I'm a
no.
diesel mechanic,
What'd you become?
a diesel technician.
Okay, well, see,
Wow.
that's not a bad job though.
No,
Yeah.
seriously.
that's a pretty solid job. Thanks for calling, Alex.
But I still love animals and all that stuff. I wish I would have became
You
an animal handler.
You could go to the parks and they have those behind the scenes experiences. It's not too late. You can go check it out still.
Yeah. Can I give a shout out to my mom?
Sure, go ahead, man.
Mami, te quiero mucho. I love you very much.
Oh, look how nice. Thanks for calling, Alex.
All
right. ExxonMobil powered by attorney Dan Newland. Interact, need to check. It's a no-brainer. Someone said they wanted to be Indiana Jones when they grew up.
That's really cool.
So, somebody did say they wanted to be Michael Jackson.
Oh,
what?
It's like, that is great.
Okie dokie. Right, what they got on Facebook.
Somebody, there's a lot of zookeepers and people that work with animals. Somebody wanted to be a nurse, obviously, to take care of people. There's a lot of nurses and teachers.
Well, that's good. That's good. We're going to need both of those. So that's a good thing.
Somebody said, I used to tell my parents that I wanted to be a monkey.
No.
There you go.
So I used to call my kid a monkey because he acted like a monkey.
Yeah.
And the reason what you got on the live stream.
Yeah, we got Christine. She says Luca wants to be an astronaut and NBA player. Kaylee wants to grow up to be a mommy, dancing teacher, and hairstylist.
All right, kids, you can be whatever you want. Monkey, ninja, doesn't matter. You can be whatever. Tooth fairy, all of it.
That's right.
Ray, what you working on in celebrity news?
Kim Kardashian is finishing up law school now.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, we'll get an update coming up after Hosier. It's Too Sweet Thursday morning on Johnny's House.
Coming up in just 3 minutes, Lola Young, Messy. 'Cause I'm too messy. XL 1067. Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right. So I feel like this law program for Kim Kardashian has been taking a while. But the thing is that she's got her own life. She's got her kids. She's got a lot of things going on in her life.
Right. This started like 6-7 years ago. I feel like.
So she passed what's called the baby bar. That was back in 2021. So she's been doing this for a long time, but she has to pass the real bar exam if she wants to practice legally, obviously.
Right.
But the baby bar, done. 2021, that happened. Well, she finished her law program and they held a little ceremony for her in her backyard. I don't know if you saw the pictures, but 2 of her legal mentors spoke, and so did CNN's Van Jones. They praised her for efforts to obtain clemency for people in prison.
Okay.
Kim started studying law 6 years ago, but she didn't actually go to law school. Instead, she completed what was called a law office study program.
Okay.
So during which she spent more than 5,000 hours doing legal work. So, I mean, she's putting in the work.
Yeah, I mean, you can make fun of her if you want. I mean, she did put in the work, and if she passed the test, I mean,
exactly.
The bar's not easy.
No.
So
no, and the baby bar she's done with. So, like I said, the next step for her is to pass that real bar exam. She's put in all the work for the
good for her.
The law office study program. So that is great. Now, speaking of her brand, the Skims brand.
I thought this was a joke.
I know. So a couple of months ago, she released these bras that look like you're cold, like your
areolas,
your nippies.
Well, yeah.
Nippies are a little hard,
right?
And so now she has taken it a step further.
Okay,
because a couple of days ago she released the pierced nipple bra.
Oh,
so that is the next step in her brand, and it is so crazy to me that people are buying this, and I haven't seen how much they are, but
I don't know.
it's real.
So
Brian was like, "Hold on, wait."
I thought it was an SNL skit.
No,
so
it's not.
Back to the nippy bra.
Yes.
Do you want that?
I always try to hide that.
Right, because I thought that's what you didn't want.
Yes, and I always like get insecure. Like if I'm at the gym and I have just a sports bra on with like no padding, I always get insecure about the.
I see it as like sex sells kind of thing. And to me, I mean, I wanted it once upon a time. I never got it done, but if I did and I was rocking it, I'd rock it.
No, I don't mean the piercing. I mean, do you want to walk around and look like you're cold all the time?
No, I don't.
I feel like it's just a trending look.
I mean, it goes back to Jennifer Aniston used to have it on Friends episodes, and this was 20 years ago. So I don't do you shoot for that look as a lady? I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
I don't shoot for that look, but I don't know why somebody would. Okay. And like I said, I feel insecure when that happens, but somebody out there is buying this.
Of course. That's why I was wondering, because I know usually you go through links to stop it from being seen.
Yeah.
And in this case, you're faking it, which was weird to me. Now, the fake piercing to me, that's just lame. That's like getting a fake tattoo arm sleeve. Like, whatever. Dude.
I agree with that.
Like, do it or don't.
Right. I just feel like at the end of the day, it's like the image of trying to look sexy. Period.
Yeah. So SZA, did you see what happened, what she was doing? So in Los Angeles, she was there for her Grand National Tour, and she claims that she persuaded a child to basically forfeit their whippets. Did you see that?
Oh, no.
In an In-N-Out parking lot. So she didn't specify how old she thought this young fan was, but she says that she convinced them to hand over a can of whippets, which is like the nitrous oxide, in exchange for a photo video of her like on Instagram. And so she posted it on social media, and she's like, where are the parents? Where are these kids' parents? Because, that's like something that people or kids are doing. It's like some kind of high and drug and all that stuff that they're using. So she was basically saying that she made this kid forfeit over what they were doing.
Okay.
And
I mean, that's cool.
I'm like, that is so great that she did that.
Hopefully they didn't just go get more somewhere else, but But yeah, that's good of her.
I know.
That's nice.
I mean, in exchange for like a picture and video, if they were a big fan, that would be like huge.
That'd be pretty cool.
And I feel like that would be an eye-opening thing where I'm just like, okay, I gotta stop. SZA told me to stop.
To me, that would help. I mean, that would make you maybe rethink your situation a little bit, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, lots of stuff going on. Going to find out what is trending in the world with Narice after Lola Young. It's messy. It's Thursday morning, 7:06, and you are listening to Johnny's House. Lola Young and Messy, XL 1067, Orlando's #1 hit music station. It is Johnny's House on a Thursday morning. It's going to be around 89 today. 30% chance of rain right now. It is hovering around 77. Narisa, what is trending?
Yeah, so this is really trippy. So for the next few days up until May 29th, every day will be the same day read backwards. So just to put an image in your head, if you write out today's date, which is 5/22/25, if you look at it backwards, it literally reads the same date. And it's going to happen.
Someone post that the other day, and they're like, for the next 10 days or something.
Up until the 29th.
So, yeah. That's crazy.
I know, it's weird, trippy. Speaking of dates, back in 2020, Fortnite was booted from the US App Store after they dodged Apple's in-app purchase fee. So literally, the creators of Fortnite, which is Epic Games, they were successful in letting players pay directly and avoid Apple's 30% in-app purchase fee. And Apple just wasn't having it. So this begins many years of legal drama. Now, fast forward to today, a recent court win for Epic Games means Apple cannot block the apps from linking out to other payment options or control how those link looks. And after some serious stalling, it finally got approved. So as of yesterday, Fortnite is officially back on the App Store, and big players like Amazon have already jumped on to update to add the games to their services. And of course, Apple is just not thrilled about it because their fees that they bring in pulls in about $27 billion, like just from this quarter alone.
Did you say billion?
Billion.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
Yeah. So there is a game-changing blood test for Alzheimer's that just got FDA approved, and it's going to seriously upgrade how we diagnose this disease. So for people 55 plus who are already showing memory issues, and they can get checked for amyloid plaque. I think that's what it is. They're like sticky proteins in the brain that are a major sign of Alzheimer. So until now, you needed expensive PET scans and an invasive spinal tap to detect this. But this new test, it's called LumiPulse, I believe. It's a way where it can be more accessible and accurate, potentially bumping up diagnosis accurately above 90%, even for regular primary care doctors. So Alzheimer's Association is rolling out a new guideline this summer to help doctors talk to patients through what a positive result might look like and what to do next about it. So
that's good. That's good. Anything you can do to catch that as early as possible. Is really good. So that is cool. All right, it's time to play the throwback game. It's where we ask you questions from back in the day. We do it in a bunch of different categories. We got movies, TV, music, and pop trivia. And today, if you are the winner, you're going to get a pair of tickets to see Avril Lavigne at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater on June 20th. So now you got to call and get ready to play. It's 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. It is time for the throwback game. Avril Lavigne at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater on June 20th. Call now if you'd like to play for your chance to win. Rihanna on Orlando's #1 hit music station, XL 1067. It's Johnny's House, 7:25 on a Thursday morning. It is going to be about 89 today, 30% chance of rain. And right now it is about 77. It is time to play the throwback game. We're going to put together a bunch of questions from back in the day. And if you get them right today and you are the winner, you're going to get tickets to check out Avril Lavigne at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater on June 20th. Let's meet our first contestant, Christine from Winter Garden. Good morning.
Good morning.
And for the sake of the game, how old are you?
39.
39 years old. And have you ever played before?
I played one time before.
Did you win or lose?
One.
Okay.
Okay, good.
All right, returning champion, Christine. All right, well, up for grabs. Tickets to see Avril Lavigne at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. Since Johnny's out today, I will start with movies.
Sweet.
These are Vince Vaughn movies.
Oh, I love him.
Because I like Vince Vaughn a lot.
Yeah, he's
All
good.
right. Now, I didn't make him as easy as Johnny. I can't guarantee you the title of the movies in here. I'm sorry. It's not the way I roll. It's not the way I do things.
Oh, man.
Y'all better come through.
Look, you know the rules. If you accept average, you get average. So you better get up today. All right, first one. A group of misfits enter a Las Vegas dodgeball tournament in order to save their cherished local gym from the onslaught of a corporate health fitness chain.
Dodgeball.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I will accept it. I would have also accepted the underdog story because that's the end of it, but that's okay. All right. How about this one? In the 1970s, an anchorman stint as San Diego's top-rated newsreader is challenged when an ambitious newswoman becomes his co-anchor.
Anchorman.
Anchorman. That is correct. 2 for 2. All right. The race with music.
All right, Christine, we're going to play you a song. All you have to do is give me the name of the artist or the title of the song.
TikTok. Keisha.
That is correct.
Correct.
Here's the next one.
All right.
Avril Lavigne, girlfriend.
That is
Good
correct.
job.
So far, running the table. 4 for 4. All right. So Ray with pop trivia.
Okay, Paris Hilton made these tracksuits a trend in the 2000s. Sometimes they had the brand name written across the butt. What brand is it?
GC.
Yes, good job.
All right.
All right, this is true or false. In 2000, in 2000, Blockbuster turned down the opportunity to buy Netflix.
True.
Good job.
That is true.
That is true.
I know.
That is true.
That's crazy. Everything would have been different.
I know.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
So far, running the table, correct?
Mhm.
I'm not good at counting when I'm doing other stuff.
I
so.
got you.
Cool. All right, so here we go. TV, you could go perfect here if you get all these right. All right, this late 80s and early 90s action-based cop show featured Johnny Depp and a department of youthful-looking cops who can mingle amongst young people at high school. These are all TV shows that became movies, by the way, if that helps.
Okay. 31 Jump Street.
I'm sorry?
Oh.
Jump Street.
I'm sorry?
21 Jump Street.
Slow down now. Give me your
21
answer.
Jump Street. 21 Jump
Okay.
21 Jump Street.
I needed the 21 because
Yes,
I could have
there you
swore I
go.
heard 41, but then I heard 21, and then I heard 41, and I heard 21. I'll give it to you. 21 Jump Street. All right. A wealthy mystery man named Charlie runs a detective agency via a speakerphone. His detectives are 3 beautiful women.
Oh, Charlie's Angels.
That is correct. And that means you got them all right.
Yes,
Right?
he did.
All right. Well,
Good job.
yeah, you're going into
I
the
got them all right last time.
Yeah, well, going into the clubhouse, the leader. One of them was a little questionable, but we're going to roll with it because I could have swore I heard 41, but I don't know for sure. All right, so let's see. You got to do really good here. Valerie, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so for the sake of the game, how old are you?
38.
38. And have you played before?
I believe I played once. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I won.
All right, well, okay.
Ooh.
This is going to be tough. You got to run the table for the most part. You know what? I'll let you
Yeah.
pick what order you want to do this in, actually.
We'll just go in the regular order.
Okay, we'll go in the
Okay.
regular order then.
Yeah.
All right, these are all Vince Vaughn movies. John and Jeremy, a pair of committed womanizers who sneak into weddings to take advantage of their romantic tinge in the air, find themselves at odds when one of them falls in love.
Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers is correct. All right, how about this one? A couple's breakup proceeds to get uglier and nastier by the moment as each tries to keep the luxurious condo from the other.
The breakup.
That is the breakup.
Nice.
Correct.
Good
2 for
job.
2.
All right, Valerie, you know what to do. Give me the name of the title or the artist.
What'd you say?
Justin Timberlake.
Correct.
Yeah.
I could have swore I heard her say something. All right, here we go.
Yeah,
look at
she's
you.
on it.
All right, so far running the table 4 for 4.
All right.
Ray with some pop culture.
Okay, in Mean Girls, what day of the week do the Plastics wear pink?
Wednesdays.
Yes.
Oh, look
Love
at
it.
you.
All right, true or false? Victoria Beckham founded Victoria's Secret in 1995.
False.
Good job.
Okay.
All right, so far still undefeated.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to miss one because I didn't get a tiebreaker question.
Oh, dang.
Oh, no.
Ray, quick,
Okay.
find a tiebreaker
I will.
question.
I will.
All right, these are TV shows that were turned into movies. A crime drama about 2 detectives, Sonny Crockett and Ricardo Tubbs, who fight crime in the 1980s Miami.
Miami Vice.
Correct.
Let's go.
All right. And a sex columnist, Carrie Bradshaw, and her 3 friends, Samantha, Charlotte, and Miranda, explore Manhattan's dating scene.
Sex in the City.
That is
Oh,
correct.
Wow.
We have 2 perfect scores here. Ray, did you find a tie? Because if not, we're going to spin the wheel.
No, I'll just do a random question.
All right,
I'll
so-
do a
Okay.
random question.
But okay, so what we're making them like you need one for each though, or you need one that they can both answer though. So because
Is it a percentage question?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
good, good,
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
All right, cool. So then, since you both got it right, we will go first with Christine. Then
Okay.
Okay.
How many miles is it to drive from London to Madrid?
total miles.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
London to Madrid.
But like 1,000.
Okay.
She said
1,000.
like 1,000.
Are you going with 1,000?
I'm going 1,000.
Okay, you're going 1,000. Christine says 1,000. Valerie, what about you?
I'm gonna go like 550.
Oh, you went the wrong way. It's
Oh,
1,068 miles.
1,068 miles. So Christine is the winner.
Yeah.
You both did so well. You both did. I wish I had tickets to give y'all, but
I
I
know.
honestly don't know how it works back in promotions these days, so I can't really give you both tickets. But you did a great job, both of you. Christine, you are the winner. Congratulations.
Yay, thanks.
Sorry if I ruined your day.
No, they both did so good. And I didn't get a tiebreaker question, so thanks for stepping up,
Yeah,
Ray.
I just randomly pulled something.
I was just saying before we did this, I don't host games very often
I
because
know.
Johnny's not out all the time. So I was like, I hope I get it right. And Ray's like, you'll do fine.
Yeah, you'll be great.
I said, who needs a tiebreaker question? All right, there is a big grand opening in town.
Mhm.
We're a little salty because we never got to go check it out, but there's a ton of people there today checking it out. Of course, it's Epic Universe. Going to talk about some of the big grand openings we've had here in town in Central Florida after Benson Boone and beautiful things. It's Johnny's House on XL 106.7. Benson Boone and Beautiful Things, XL 1067 Thursday morning. You are listening to Johnny's House. It is 7:36. Going to be hot today. I have around 89 and a 30% chance of rain. Don't forget at 9 o'clock this morning, another chance to win $1,000, helping you pay them bills. Last 2 days to win. So today and tomorrow. So if you haven't won yet, definitely listen for the keyword. Download the free iHeartRadio app. Make XL 1067 your number one preset. That way you could always just find us real quick every hour to grab the keyword that you need. Big grand opening in town today. Everyone's talking about it. And it's not just local. I mean, everyone's talking about it everywhere.
It's like across the country. If you look at any news outlets, they're here in Orlando.
The Today Show is here. Everybody is here. Epic Universe, which they started talking about, I think, back in 2019. Is when I watched Fox last night. Fox had this big report on the kind of the timeline of Epic. And then they looked back at all of the grand openings we've had over the years because we've had so many here.
Yeah.
And so I think they started the Epic talk and like groundbreaking type stuff back in 2019. Then obviously COVID slowed everything down. And so like 6 years later, here we are, grand opening today. And there was one clip they showed. They were talking about when Universal itself first opened. And they were questioning whether or not Orlando could sustain another theme park.
Really?
And since then, geez, we've got nothing but parks added,
Seriously.
which is wild. And I feel like there's probably going to be more coming too.
Yeah.
So have you guys ever been to like a big major grand opening of anything?
Not really. I mean, we've done a lot of grand openings, obviously, with like the show.
Yeah.
What was that? White Castle? Did we do White Castle?
We did the White Castle, yeah.
Is it still here?
Yeah.
And then
it was the first ever in Florida, so I think that's why everybody was so freaking out.
Oh my gosh, it was insane.
Yeah, it was wild.
So we've done like a couple of those, but I've never been to like a big grand opening for something.
No, so I've been to like parks when they open like new attractions because we always do big like events for those kind of things. Like when they opened Soarin', we did a big event over at Epcot.
We did. We were like one of the first couple of people to ride it.
Yeah, when they open all the big rides, we get to come out. Like when they did Guardians of the Galaxy, we got to come out and do stuff like that. But I've not been to like something this major. I do remember when I was younger, I do remember Epcot opening. This is way before radio, obviously. I didn't go first day or anything, but my grandmother was a big Disney fan. And so she was very excited because it was their second park here. And so I do remember that. And I remember when they brought in Hollywood Studios and then Universal Studios. because they had signs all over.
Yeah.
But I wasn't in radio yet, so I didn't get to go to any of these things.
I know my dad and my cousins flew down here. And when Universal first opened, they were like one of the first people to go in.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
People today are going to remember this forever.
Absolutely.
They're gonna be the day that Epic Universe opened, and they're going to be in line for it. There's probably going to be some really cool stuff that happens. So it is really cool. So have you seen any grand openings?
Nothing major like this, but I mean, other than what we work with, like our clients, like 26 Health, they had a really nice grand opening.
Yeah.
The like Nona Way, but those are like, local things.
I mean, it's cool, but compared to Epic, it's
like literally it's called Epic.
Right. I mean, there's very few things that happen in any city, not just our city, where it's like this. I remember the opening of the Kia Center. We got to go.
Oh, yeah.
We got to go with Dwight Howard and test the toilets.
Flush the toilets.
Yes, we all flushed at the same time to test the water capacity. I remember that. Dwight had a hard hat on and everything. That was pretty cool. So I do remember the grand opening of the Kia Center. That was pretty cool. So yeah, there's a lot of big stuff that's open here. So if you have seen a big grand opening, and it doesn't have to be here. Maybe you were somewhere else. We want to hear about it. Hit us up, 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. You can hit us up on the XL Mobile. That's 41067 and hit send. We got the Facebook and, of course, the live stream. Now, we do not have a pair of tickets to Epic Universe to give you. So I'm not even going to pretend like we do. But we do have a pair of tickets to the Orlando Science Center, which you can check out whether you're experimenting with chemicals or tools, watching live demos, or exploring the interactive exhibits. You're not just learning, you're experiencing innovative science in action, the perfect place to spark your imagination and have fun while learning something new. So we'll give you tickets to that. Grand openings that you have seen either here in Central Florida or somewhere else, hit us up, 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. We will talk to you in just a few minutes on Johnny's House. just a heads up. First of all, good morning. Second of all, ice cream cake still here and still fire. I was gone for a couple of days. I thought someone would eat it or throw it away. Nope. It's not on my diet, but whatevs. Yup. Still tastes just as good as the first day. Now, food just ain't safe around here. That's all. Hope the show's been okay this week with Johnny out. Been a crazy week. One week with Johnny know me, or one day Johnny know me. One day girls know anybody, and me know Johnny. All right, I got to go back to work. Peace out. Johnny will update everybody when he gets back. Orlando's number one hit music station, XL 1067. Johnny's house on a Thursday morning. It is 7:51. We're looking at a high of around 89 today, and it is going to be partly cloudy with a 30% chance of rain. There are a lot of people today checking out the newest theme park here in Central Florida, Epic Universe. We are still a little salty that we have not got to check it out ourselves, but now we're just going to have to see it with the general pop.
Yeah.
With the common folk, just like y'all. And I know they have dynamic like pricing, so some days going to be more expensive than other days. But they were talking this morning on the news, and they said like a family of four be somewhere around the $750 range. But there's a lot of stuff to do. The food is great. I've seen a bunch of news reports of all the cool food items that they got, the drink items that they got.
Yeah.
But it is going to be hot and sunny when you do go.
Yeah.
Keep that
It's going to be so fun, though.
So with that opening up in town, obviously we're not there, but what are some other big grand openings that you have seen here around Central Florida, or maybe from wherever you are? I got a pair of tickets to check out the Orlando Science Center for someone randomly. We'd love to make it, Epic Universe tickets, but we ain't got those. So sorry. Is it Arian or Arian?
Arian.
Arian, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys? You first time caller.
Yay!
There we go. Nari's got a first time caller number for you. What is it?
Yes, it's 5093.
5093. That is your first time caller number.
Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah, I went to the special event last night.
Oh, really?
For Epic. Yeah. We got to go in after the park was closed.
Okay, how come? Wait a second, hold up. How come you special and you got to go to the special event?
My wife works in the industry, and some of her office got invited, and I was lucky to be the plus one.
Okay,
that's so cool.
All right.
Yeah.
So tell us about it.
So at nighttime, each section that you go into, like once you walk through the portal, it almost looks like it's a blue screen, like you're inside of like a dome. It's pretty immaculate. Like you're really in the universe, I guess you could say.
Okay.
So it's really cool looking. Like you can't see the outside world, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that's kind of the new thing they've been doing when they build new lands. Like when they did that with Harry Potter, once you're in there, you can't feel like. Same thing when they did Galaxy's Edge with Star Wars, with Disney. You can't, once you're in, doesn't seem like you're in a theme park. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Did you have any of the food or drinks?
I did. So they had like little sections that you can taste things. My favorite was actually the fire meatballs from the Nintendo Land. So if you have little kids, do not order the fire meatballs for them. It is spicy.
Okay.
Ooh, I will get them though.
And I saw that there's some sort of cheeseburger that's black, and when you bite it, it turns your mouth black.
Really?
What?
Yeah, I think it's the toad cheeseburger. I think it was.
Yeah.
My wife tried it.
That's pretty cool.
And she said it was pretty good.
So you had a good time then?
I did. I actually sent you guys a picture of the drone show.
Okay.
On the text message, so you can see it's like looking into the Halo Hotel that actually overlooks Celestial Park. So on half the hotel, you look into Epic Universe.
That is awesome, man. Well, thanks for sharing your experience with us, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, guys.
All right, thanks. Let's see. Liz from Orlando. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, big grand opening that you went to, or something big first time.
So a few years ago when I was pregnant with my oldest son, I was 8 months pregnant. His dad and I went to the grand opening for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and we waited in that 10+ hour monstrous line.
Oh my gosh.
So you didn't have no special treatment.
Definitely not. There was no special treatment at all. And it was summertime. It was 1,000,000 degrees because it was August. And ultimately we actually didn't even get to see anything. It was actually quite tragic.
Oh no.
Oh,
that's you waited 10 hours and you didn't get to see nothing?
Yeah, it was a very chaotic day. I think that there were just some things that weren't planned for.
Yeah.
And so ultimately, unfortunately, things just didn't go the way we planned. Luckily, we were pass holders at the time.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. We went back later on, and then once my son was born, I brought him with me.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh man,
Yeah.
if I worked there and I saw you, I'd be like, come on,
right.
in front of the line.
Yeah.
No, for
All pregnant women,
Yeah,
if it's hot out.
Pregnant and babies, you're coming in first.
Seriously.
All right. Michelle, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, what did you check out for a grand opening?
So I'm actually a designer for hotels around here, Central Florida, and around the country.
Okay.
And so every time we finish a new hotel, or if we finish like a part of a hotel, like a new water park or a new bar, we get to attend the grand opening of the event. And it's so fun. It's such a rewarding feeling. And it's so cool watching people like finally use the space. And so I was telling Nerese, I'm like, I can imagine the designers are probably attending Epic Universe today. And it's just so exciting to watch that.
Yeah, because you see it from storyboard to like real life.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
it's
huge.
Such a rewarding feeling.
Yeah, I imagine that's pretty cool. My son used to do commercials, and he did a commercial for the Art of Animation Hotel, but at the time it wasn't built yet. So we got to see a lot of renderings, and then once the commercial came out, we got to go check it out. It was so cool to see the actual rooms that looked like the renderings of the rooms and what they brought to life.
Yes.
It is really, really cool.
Yes.
It is really cool.
It's super cool.
Well, thanks for calling, Michelle.
That's got to be so rewarding.
It's got to be, yeah, cool. XL Mobile powered by Attorney Dan Newland. Interact, need a check. It's a no-brainer. Just call Attorney Dan Newland. Someone said they were at the first day of Harry Potter as well. Someone saw the grand opening of the Las Vegas Sphere.
No, how do you get to do that?
Which would be pretty awesome. That'd be back in the day. Anything on Facebook, Ray?
Well, somebody did the Oviedo Mall.
Okay.
They were at the opening day for that.
Okay.
I bet you that was a big deal. And then somebody said that they don't like going to the opening day for things. They wait for like a couple of days after just because there's too many people.
That's true. I can see that. All right. Anything on the live stream?
Yeah, I saw it earlier, but Trisha said that she went to the grand opening of Animal Kingdom.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's insane. I think it was like 1997.
Disney always does huge things for grand openings too. Well, we're gonna hook up Liz from Orlando with the tickets to check out the Orlando Science Center because she didn't get in to the Harry Potter when she was pregnant and everything.
Yeah,
she waited 10 hours, didn't even get inside.
She deserves something.
So we'll hook her up with the Orlando Science Center tickets. Not quite epic, but it's still pretty cool. So you can check that out. Ray, what are you working on in celebrity news?
The 8th day of testimony in the Diddy trial. So we'll talk about that.
I need some updates after Gracie Abrams.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
Celebrity news is sponsored by Fairwinds Credit Union. So the 8th day of testimony in the Diddy trial is in the books. It happened yesterday. And so they actually opened up with the Homeland Security Investigations agent. And he was just detailing more about the raid of Diddy's homes.
Okay.
So, and this one was the Star Island home that he was talking about, where they had guns, ammo, drugs, baby oil, lube, adult toys, lingerie, all the things.
No cool new nicknames like the Punisher?
No. The Punisher was seen leaving the courthouse, and I think his job there was done. He promoted his book and everything. So next up after the Homeland Security investigator was the witness, psychologist. So there was a psychologist named Dawn Hughes, and she was testifying about reasons why victims stay in abusive relationships. Mm-hmm. Now, she is pretty big, and she's a professional witness, and she's also testified in Amber Heard, the Johnny Depp trial. She's doing cases like the Harvey Weinstein, R. Kelly, but, she's there to tell. She's a psychologist to tell why victims stay with their abusers, because a lot of people can't fathom why people stay, and so she's there to explain it, because people are just like, well, why didn't she leave? Well, why didn't she do this? So she was there, and it seems like the jurors actually were interested in what she had to say, which was good. The final witness yesterday was George Kaplan. He was a former executive assistant for Diddy, and he was testifying about setting up hotel rooms for the freak-offs. So he was the one that actually helped set them up. He also said that Diddy gave him money and a number to call to secure drugs. He also talked about how he would do like the transaction and give the drugs to Diddy. So he was very, very much involved with this guy. He was proving to the people that he is part of this like criminal enterprise and that he did see all these things happen. So I don't know what's going to happen with that guy, because he is just saying that, like, I was there.
Right.
I can prove that, like, these things were set up and I was there for the transaction.
So he's just kind of like a verify type guy.
Yeah. So that guy is going to continue as court resumes today. Then Kid Cudi is also expected to testify and could help prosecutors gain major ground in the evidence about Diddy blowing up his car.
Okay.
So, I mean, the testimonies are I feel like pretty good for the prosecution side of it.
Yeah, but it's okay. They haven't really full on gone defense yet, though, right? These are
No.
still all prosecution witnesses.
No, yeah. So they've done some cross examinations, obviously,
Right.
but they have not gone to the defense side as of yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's never a dull moment, honestly, when it comes to these stories.
I was going to say, I'm so excited to hear what the defense has to say.
Yeah. So this whole Tory Lanez Megan Thee Stallion situation too, that is all over the place.
Yeah, and I saw her speak out on it, and she said,
Yes.
y'all lying."
Yeah, she was basically like, stop harassing me, because I guess Tory Lanez fans are now harassing her again. And she's like, listen, stop lying, stop harassing me, all these things. Well, now there's some people that are coming out defending Megan Thee Stallion too. But there's a lot of people that are saying that Trey Songz isn't the one that actually pulled the trigger. So he did get 10 years in prison, and now a congresswoman, did you see this?
Yes, from Florida, right?
Yes, a Florida congresswoman is coming forward saying that there is evidence that proves Tory did not shoot Megan Thee Stallion. And
Yep.
I'm like, why was this not in court?
And I think I saw Drake co-signed.
Yeah, Drake
with her.
Oh, my.
Yes,
I'm
Drake
like,
was
what's he
co-signing
doing?
her. But they're saying that there's like these like ring camera footages, basically almost like ring camera footages that actually show that he was not the shooter.
Okay.
So it's kind of like just going back to court, and these developments are it's going to change everything.
Mhm.
I just don't know how they're going to do a retrial.
Yeah, I don't know. And if let's say it comes out that he didn't do it, right? So then what changed that they didn't allow this kind of information in the first trial? Because this man's been stabbed 14 times now because of it.
So the crazy thing is that Tory Lanez didn't testify. So he didn't he didn't stand up for himself.
Right.
He didn't, so he kind of just like took the fall for whoever did shoot her.
Well,
so
that's on him.
It is on him. So all this evidence is coming out. I have no idea if they're going to do a retrial, but of course I'll tell you.
I know she's mad. She's like, look, y'all gonna make me relive this again?
I know.
So whatever. All right, got some weird stories that are also true after Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. It's Thursday.
It's Thursday, yes.
Trying to go back in time. It's Thursday morning in Johnny's house on XL 1067. Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, Die With a Smile. Thursday morning, you are listening to Johnny's House. It is 8:10. It's going to be around 89 today. 30% chance of rain, partly cloudy, and right now it is around 78 degrees. Weird stories that also happen to be true stories. I think they talk about this every now and then, but this one's got a little bit of a different twist to it. So the zombie apocalypse, like where would you go if it were to happen? Well, they rated all the NFL stadiums to find out the best NFL stadium to go to if a zombie apocalypse were to hit. Okay. And State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona is the best place to hide.
But why?
They say it got the highest score, 73.9% survival rate because it's big, has strong walls. It's pretty far from a crowded city.
Okay.
Where zombies might roam around, and it can hold lots of people and plenty of space for supplies. It's easy to get in and out of or it's not easy to get in and out of, like, as far as security goes. Their security checkpoints, I guess, check out pretty good. And they say the area around the stadium is safest. Seattle came in at the worst stadium. The Seahawks stadium came in as the worst stadium. It doesn't really rate where the Florida is. We're not in the top 10.
No.
None of the Florida stadiums are in the top 10. Green Bay came in at number 2. Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City came in at number 3. Baltimore's M&T Bank Stadium came in at number 4. And then Cleveland, the Browns, the Huntington Bank Field came in at number 5.
That's so funny that somebody put this together.
Yeah, so we aren't in the top. But I think a dome is almost required because then they can't climb the walls. None of that stuff. It's got a roof.
Yeah. So like Buffalo, like the Buffalo stadiums, obviously they are open.
Yeah, and I don't know if zombies like cold or not, because I would think it would be pretty safe in Buffalo because zombies probably don't like it when it's cold. But apparently they do. So there is a trend at airports that they're trying to figure out why people are dumb enough to do this and how to stop it. Drivers who are ending up on runways.
No.
You would think it's security be super tight and it couldn't happen. But it's been reported over the last 2 weeks at Buffalo Niagara Falls International Airport in New York, Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. In Buffalo, the man intentionally drove through a fence and ended up in the grass near a runway. In Chicago, it was a DoorDash delivery driver.
What?
Oh,
drove miles through a secured and restricted area before they found out that, hey, that guy's not supposed to be here.
Oh my gosh.
So obviously bad things can happen because planes are trying to take off.
Yeah.
So they're trying to figure out if these people are doing it on purpose, like to go viral, or if it's just their GPS is taking them to the wrong place.
The DoorDash guy was probably just following his GPS.
That's what I would say. Now, the other guy ran through a fence.
Yeah.
So he's just being a jackhole. But the DoorDash dude, I'm assuming, probably just ended up on a runway.
That is so scary. If I was on a plane and looked out the window and saw a car that was, I would be like, oh God, this is it.
Yeah, well, I know, because we're having enough problems with, the airplane stuff as it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They need to do something about that.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty hard to do, but
you would think.
I mean, maybe not. Maybe not. All right, we do this every Thursday because, it got some things going on in your life that are sometimes not good, so you want to complain about it, but we don't want to stay negative all the time.
No.
So we're going to let you complain, but then we want you to flip it around and you say something positive right after that. So you complain and then compliment. Be positive about something. And for doing that, we're going to hook somebody up with a 4-pack of tickets to Monster Jam at the Kia Center August 2nd. So complain and then compliment. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. I guess you can hit us on the XL mobile. That's 41067 and hit send. Complain and compliment. So we got tickets to check out Monster Jam at the Kia Center. So call now. Sabrina Carpenter on XL 106.7, Orlando's number one hit music station. It is Thursday morning, and you are listening to Johnny's House, 824. It is going to be around 89 today, 30% chance of rain, and partly cloudy. We started doing this a few months back. There's always some negative things going on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got to find the positive in everything because you can't just walk around being negative all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So we call it complain and then compliment. So something is bad, and then you find the good in that something.
Yeah, like a silver lining.
So, Ray, do you have one today?
Honestly, I don't think I do.
No?
I think I'm kind of just like cruising right now.
Okay.
And so I'm not here to complain about anything.
All right, then. Nerese, what about you? You got one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my complaint is, sadly, I will be missing about 7 business days on the radio coming up soon, but for the good reason of I'm going on a cruise with my family.
There you go.
Yes, we're going to go to Alaska. I'm very excited.
That's good. Like, for me, it's bad that Johnny's out.
Yes.
But on the plus side, I get to practice on hosting the show because I don't get to do it very often.
Yeah.
And it is stressful, and I'm doing okay, but at the same time, it's got me all frazzled.
Yeah, it's just because we're so used to our routines.
Yes,
you know, like
right.
we have this routine, and then one wheel is not there.
Well, I'm used to sitting back and just being able to mash buttons and then make jokes.
Yeah.
And now I got to do the other part and then mash buttons and make jokes. And it's not as fun. But
Oh,
at the
yeah,
same time, it is pretty cool.
On Monday, somebody was like, "Oh, the boys aren't there. You're not funny." And I was like, "My job isn't to be funny. My job is to just make sure the radio is still going, and I'm here."
That's right.
Well, there's a lot of people that think I'm not funny, right? So whatever, man.
You are.
Who cares? So complain and then flip it around and tell us the positive. And for doing that, someone's going to get 4 tickets to check out Monster Jam at the Kia Center on August 2nd. Lauren from Longwood, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
I'm surviving, not thriving, but
Okay.
surviving.
All right. Well, tell us the negative and then make it a positive.
Okay. So I'm the project manager over some government contracts.
Okay.
And I got a call last Monday that said, "Hey, by the way, we're adding 3 contracts to you effective immediately to take over for somebody that we let go." And so my work has more than doubled. But there's also no money additional to give you. And so you go for it, girlfriend. And so it's a lot. It's been a lot of work. Lots of late nights, lots of early mornings.
Yes.
But I have a job and they say I'm doing really well. And so I'm just going to be very thankful for that and work my butt off and hope it comes back in the end.
There you go.
Yeah, that's all you can do, Lauren. Hang on one second. Look, we feel you. They do the same thing when they do mass layoffs pretty much anywhere. Look, the work still has to get done. We laid people off to save money, so we can't give you more money. But here, take this extra work. So, yeah, we totally get it. Bellman from Orlando, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Not too bad.
All right. Give us the negative and then flip it into the positive.
All right. So the negative is I usually work. I have 2 jobs. I work Uber in the morning from 4 in the morning till about noon. And then at night from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., I do valet trash. So it's 2 incomes and it's great. So yesterday I got informed that we are going to be switching from 7 to 9 p.m. to 9 to 11 a.m. So now that is going to eat into my Uber money. But I guess the positive would be I haven't had any life as far as nightlife. Because I work at night, so I don't get to enjoy any concerts or anything like that. So I guess the positive is I get to enjoy certain things, I guess, at night. So I'll have a nightlife again.
Okay, that's good. Way to find the positive in that. All right, let's see. Sonia from Claremont, good morning.
Hi, it's Sonia.
Hi, Sonia.
First-time caller.
Oh, first-time caller. Hey, we got a first-time caller number for you. That's the number that you give us sometimes when you call again to tell us you're a first-time caller. But a lot of people don't give us the numbers.
No.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The number is 5094.
5094. That's your first-time caller number, Sonia.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Tell us the negative and then give us the positive.
So the negative is I was dropped off my older daughter at school, and my 3-year-old was complaining that she had to go to the potty. So I'm trying to get her home as fast as possible. And in the process, I got a speeding ticket.
Oh, no.
And with that speeding ticket, the officer pulled me over and asked me why I was speeding. And I said, look, I pulled my window down and she was complaining and crying. She had to go to the potty and she's potty trained, but when you got to go, we can hold it more than they can.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but I got to give you a ticket.
No.
still pulled me over, gave me a ticket. He reduced it, which was the positive.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm thankful that he reduced it, but I had to go home and clean a car seat and a child.
I was going to say.
Accident happened in the car.
That's a double whammy. Well, see, but then you just threw another negative on there. So now I need another positive.
The positive is she's potty trained regardless. So
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
It,
I'm just
right?
saying you went negative, positive, negative. Now I need positive again. That's all. We got to keep the cycle going. That's all.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I get it's tough for a police officer because they got to do their job. But at the same time, I mean, come on now.
I know. I'm like, I was just waiting for her to say that she had to pee.
Yeah, right.
A warning.
Yeah, a little warning would have been nice. Dano from Lake Nona, good morning.
Hey, good morning, man. Hey, John, you do a pretty good impression of Brian.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing it for 2 days now.
Yeah, man. You know when you own my own business.
Okay.
And you know you get that one customer who's a pain in the butt. You don't when he calls you, it's like, oh my God, don't want to deal with this guy.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, when you get that fat paycheck, it's not now I like him, then I like him. You know what I'm saying? When you get that pay, that's what pays off, boy. Let me tell you.
Okay, so you have a customer who's a pain, but it's nice because they do pay you at the end of the job.
Yeah, but they gave me a hard time along the way, man. But you know, and every time I know he's gonna hook me up. It's just he's one of those difficult people to deal with. I got several of them like that, you know?
Yeah, but that's good customers. As long as they continue to pay when they're supposed to pay, that's a good customer. XL Mobile powered by Attorney Dan Newland. In a wreck, need a check. It's a no-brainer. Just call Attorney Dan Newland. Someone said they had to spend $10,000 on a new AC for their house, but the positive is they won't die of heat stroke this summer.
Jeez.
Which is true.
What kind of mansion do you have?
I know. No, new ACs are expensive.
They're so expensive.
Yeah, the whole unit. Yeah, expensive. What you got right on Facebook?
Somebody said this pregnancy is so hard on my body, but in less than 100 days, she gets to meet her baby boy.
Oh,
Congrats.
Awesome.
Somebody said I get to listen to my coworker smack his lips all day chewing his gum, but at least I have a job and my hearing.
That's good. All right, we got tickets to Monster Jam at the Kia Center August 2nd. Who we want to give them to? We got Lauren Bellman, Sonia Ordeno.
I like Sonia with the baby.
Yeah, with the
Getting
one
pulled
who
over.
she had to clean up a car seat
Yeah.
for the PP and all that stuff. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So, Sonia, congratulations. Got tickets to check out Monster Jam at the Kia Center August 2nd. Thursday morning, you are listening to Johnny's House on XL 1067. So into the school year is coming. Kids are getting their yearbooks. And a lot of time there's quotes that are at the bottom of your photo in the yearbook. We didn't have that back in my day.
We didn't either.
So I want to hear what yours was. And if you didn't have one, what yours would be now. We will do that after Billie Eilish and Wildflower. It's XL 1067 in Johnny's House. Billie Eilish and Wildflower, XL 1067. Thursday morning, you're listening to Johnny's House. It is 8:40. Going to be around 89 today. 30% chance of rain, partly cloudy, and right now it is around 80. So into the school year is coming. So you get your yearbook, and a lot of us seniors get to write like a senior quote at the bottom of their photo. We didn't have that back in the day.
We didn't either. So is it supposed to be something like that reflects your personality, or is it supposed to be something that represents you?
All the ones I've seen, it's like kind of a personality thing. Like you get to pick it, right, Narisha? Because you did it.
Yeah, I did it.
So you get to pick yours. So it's something that is personal to you.
Yeah, but to be specific, I did it for my lacrosse sports team.
Okay.
Basically, it wasn't like specifically tailored towards like the senior pictures area. But my quote said, because I'm tailored to sports. It said, "Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard." I mean, I lived by that quote throughout my entire senior year because I played lacrosse, basketball, track and field, cross country. So
when did you stop living by it?
You're so funny.
When you started working here?
You're so funny. Listen, say that again with my degree. No, but it's cool. I like the concept of that. The idea that you can like kind of leave behind a quote. So
yeah, no, it's great.
That's
We just
fun.
didn't do it. And I think it probably, I mean, I'm a little older than you, so it probably would just, why maybe it was a thing back then, but my school didn't play a lot of those games because you couldn't trust what people were going to say.
I was going to say, I feel like if they did it for ours too, there'd be a lot of smart ass comments.
100%.
like you have to like write it out, give it to someone to approve it. No.
Yeah, but you should see some of the things that have slid through it. I mean, there's been stuff that's gotten through yearbooks here in Central Florida that's made the news.
Yeah, because like
So-
the yearbook staff is mainly students.
Yes.
So it's like they have to approve it, yes, but
Yeah. They just didn't even open the door for a possibility at my school. They may do it now. I don't know because schools kind of changed a little bit, but they didn't back in the day. So you didn't have one either, Ray?
no, I didn't.
No. So if you did, what would it have been?
Oh my gosh.
See, I got two. I got one.
Okay.
What would have been, and now what it would be if I was doing it now. Back then, it would have been. I can't wait to say I told you so, because I was doubted a lot.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a good one.
From a very early age, and now it would be same rules for everybody, because that's my credo. That's my life motto.
Okay.
Same rules for everybody. So that would be my quote if I was doing it now.
Yeah.
Mine would probably be like, sometimes it's great to F around and find out.
Holy mackerel.
Sometimes you got to F around and find out. I feel like that's what mine would
Back
say.
then, it would have been effed around, and that would have been found out.
Yeah. I feel like that's like the only thing. Yeah, I don't know.
Nerese, would you update yours for something new today?
I think I would, but it's all under the same concept of like, your motivational speech.
Yeah.
I just heard it the other day. Someone said, the only way you lose is if you quit, which to me, I'm like, yeah, like period.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I'll take that one.
Oh, this is a good one. Somebody wrote, of course I dress well. I didn't spend all of that time in the closet for nothing.
Oh, wow. That's so
That would be
good.
a good one. That would be a good one.
I know 50 Cent made up a fake one of Diddy. Did you see it?
No.
It said most likely to get caught with 786, toys and gallons of lube.
Yeah.
It was on his yearbook photo.
So like that's the thing. We had superlatives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is funny because one of the kids that I went to school with now performs with EDC, and he was his superlative was most likely to be a rock star. So it was really cool to see how that turned out. But
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the quotes. I'm mad that we didn't get to do the
Same.
quotes.
I'm mad now because looking back, it would have been good. Although it's kind of like Facebook memories. Looking back, you might have been a little cringe at what you wrote.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people would have been like, ugh.
I probably would have picked some like stupid Sublime lyric or
You would
something.
have quoted a song. I
Yes,
know you
I
would
would have. I really would have.
Yes, you totally would have. So did you get one of those yearbook quotes under your photo back in the day? And what was it? And if you didn't, what would it be if you were going to add one today? A pair of tickets to see Glass Animals at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater, June 19th. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067, 41067, and hit send on the XL Mobile. That's powered by attorney Dan Newland. Of course, you can hit us on Facebook and the live stream. Those yearbook quotes, what would yours have been? You can win a tickets to see Glass Animals at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater, June 19th, but you got to call us now. Ariana Grande on XL 106.7, Orlando's number one hit music station. It is Johnny's House on a Thursday morning, 8:47. Today it's going to be around 89, 30% chance of rain as the school year winds down to get your yearbook. And a lot of people have those little quotes in their yearbooks. We want to hear what yours is or would have been. Tickets to check out Glass Animals at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater on June 19th. Zara, good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
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 What would your quote say?
So I'm a senior this year, so I actually got to submit my quote at the beginning of this year.
Okay.
And one of my favorite authors is John Green, so I chose to do a quote from one of his books.
Okay, what is it?
As long as we don't die, this is going to be one hell of a story.
Oh, I love that.
That is really cool.
That's good.
That is good.
I like that.
And I thought it was like a good motto to live by for the year.
Yeah, no, that is awesome. That is a great one. Hang on one second. I do like that. I thought it was going to be something sarcastic.
I know.
You know, these kids, they be acting crazy sometimes. Lauren, good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Did you have a quote in your yearbook?
Yes, mine was from Chandler Bing from Friends. It was, sure, I have my bad days, but then I remember what a cute smile I have. Because I felt like I was a little bit of a smart ass, I feel like.
Aww.
That's awesome. How long ago was that?
I graduated in 2018.
2018. Okay, cool. Hang on one second. That's really cool too.
That
Those are
is
both
good.
really,
Right?
really good. Right? Do you have any over there on Facebook?
Let's see here. Sorry, it's loading.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, but I was reading some of the funny ones.
Yeah.
Like somebody said.
Did you like Google it?
Yeah, so somebody said that I didn't know snakes could talk until I went to this school. Like,
funny.
oh my gosh. There's somebody that is a twin. Obviously, their pictures are right next to each other. And the older twin wrote down, I'm only 3.5 minutes older. And she said, it's the best 3.5 minutes of my life.
Oh,
That's
no.
pretty funny. XL Mobile powered by Eternity and Newland Interact. Need to check. It's a no-brainer. Just call Eternity and Newland. Someone said mine was from Steel Magnolias. If you don't have anything nice to say, come sit by me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Someone said that her friend in high school went viral for her quote, no, I'm not pregnant, just eating good.
That's great.
Which is pretty funny. All right, we got tickets to check out the Glass Animals at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. We want to go with Zara or Lauren. Who are we going with?
The seniors.
Yeah, I think Zara's is pretty cool
that was
from the
good.
book. So we'll go with Zara. Congratulations, Zara. You got a pair of tickets to check out Glass Animals at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater on June 19th. Ray, what you working on in celebrity news?
Taylor Swift might have a chance to buy her original recordings back.
That's pretty cool, although it seems kind of weird because she made a ton of money
Right?
re-recording them. All right, well, JJ Rice, the Rice Man, gave us a Thursday hype song, I guess because Johnny's out. He wanted us to get a little hype on a Thursday. I don't know.
Well, thanks.
I actually like it. I'll give him some love on this one.
Okay, what is it? Oh.
Hey.
Live from our Farrah and Farrah studios. If you've been injured, make it a Farrah fight.
XL 1067.
Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. XL 1067. Orlando's #1 hit music station.
Orlando, it's Johnny Magic. It's time for us to pay your bills and win $1,000.
Enter this nationwide keyword now at XL1067.com. Win. That's win.
Your chance to win $1,000 13 times every weekday from 9 to 9. Paying your bills. It's XL 1067.
Now, the Johnny's House Entertainment News with Ray.
All right, so if you don't remember, Scooter Braun, he purchased her catalog, Taylor Swift's catalog, back in 2019. He bought the master recordings of her first album.
Right, and she was upset because she would have bought them.
Yes.
But she kind of got like edged out.
Yes.
And he got them.
So he purchased her first albums for $300 million, prompting her to re-record her albums as Taylor's versions.
Right, which blew up.
Yes, they did. So Scooter Braun sold the recordings 1 year later to an investment firm called Shamrock Capital.
Right.
So Shamrock Capital now is interested in selling back the albums to Taylor Swift.
Okay.
The crazy thing is that Scooter Braun is the one that is telling Shamrock Capital that they should sell it back to her.
So he's trying to undo the wrongs.
Yes, and that's exactly what it seems like he's doing. He was the one that was in the center of the deal the first time around. He was the one with Big Machine that actually took the record label and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so now he's like, oh, just give it back to her. Sell it back to her. So what they're saying is that if she were to buy back her masters, the price tag would be around $600 million to $1 billion she would have to pay to buy back her albums.
Right, because he bought them at a profit, sold them at a profit, so they're going to want to make their money back.
Absolutely.
And a profit. So, but here's the thing. So if that didn't happen, Taylor Swift doesn't do the Taylor's versions.
Yes.
And she's probably not a billionaire herself. Because all of this and the uproar and her fans like really grabbing onto her stuff and like kind of shunning the old school stuff and doing the Taylor's versions.
They're proving a point that she...
And that's what blew up her net worth.
Yes.
I mean, she'd still be crazy rich, but she would have probably lost out on at least $500 million.
Yeah, so the albums back under negotiation are Taylor Swift, Fearless, Speak Now, Red, 1989, and Reputation. And those are the ones that she started doing Taylor's version, which, by the way, just like a day ago, she did the re-recording of Reputation, Taylor's version, on The Handmaid's Tale. It was like released and all that. So
I saw that. If I'm her, I'm like, nah, y'all can have them.
You think?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm not paying you $1 billion. I made $1 billion already off my other stuff.
If she does own both the old and new recordings of her songs, she's gonna have all those publishing royalties from both.
I agree, but the Taylor's versions are the ones that right now, currently as we speak, are the ones that people that care about Taylor Swift are going to go buy.
Yeah,
not the old ones. So
she's gonna have full control over both.
I get it, but
if she buys them back.
But I think if you get the old ones, it renders the new ones worthless.
Yeah,
because you could just have the old one.
I mean, and buying them back for almost $1 billion, that's a lot.
That's what I'm saying. I would
money.
say no. I'll give you $300 million when I originally was going to buy. Otherwise, no, I'm good. I just wouldn't do it.
Yeah, that's awful. So yesterday I was telling you how Justin Bieber came forward and he was apologizing to Hailey Bieber for saying that she would never be on the cover of Vogue.
Yeah, it's kind of mean.
He posted this whole her Vogue cover saying I'm so sorry for saying that you would never make it on the cover of Vogue and all that stuff. Well, now he has gone back and edited that Instagram post. And people are like, did you not think that we would catch you changing the caption? So we don't know what is going on. And I know that he did get a lot of backlash for trying to steal her spotlight for being on the cover of Vogue, but I didn't look at it like that.
No, I didn't take it that way either. I took it at him saying I said some jacked up stuff.
Yeah.
And you were right. I was wrong.
And look at you made it.
Right.
And he was very proud. He ended it saying how proud he was.
Yeah.
And so he got some backlash for that, trying to steal her spotlight from some people that were saying, I heard podcasters talking about it like that. And I'm like, I don't see it like that. I feel like he was just owning up to what he said.
Yeah.
But he changed the caption to just emojis. And the emojis are like the shrugging man, a pointing finger, heart hands, and a face tearing up. So there's no caption. It's just emojis. He went back and re-edited the caption and people are like, okay, we saw what you did here.
Yeah, I would have gone back and edited the caption to just the little emoji of me flipping a bird.
I know. I know, because you can't win. You cannot win.
Yeah, of course not.
Especially if you're Justin Bieber.
Yeah, of course not. Lots of stuff trending in the world. We will find out what is trending from Nerys in just a few minutes on Johnny's House on XL 1067. The Weekend and Cry For Me. You can win tickets to check out The Weekend at Camping World Stadium in August at XL1067.com. And there is a flyaway from iHeartRadio to check them out July 4th in Las Vegas that you can win. XL1067.com for that as well. Nerys, what is trending? What you working on?
Yeah, so Google launched a new AI service, and I think Hollywood might be in trouble because of it.
All right, we'll find out why after Post Malone in Circles. It's Johnny's House Thursday morning on XL1067. Post Malone and Circles, XO1067, Orlando's #1 hit music station. Johnny's House on a Thursday morning. It is at 9:13. All right, Nerese, what is trending?
Yeah, so this is pretty cool. Google just launched its newest AI video generator. It's called VO3, and it is scary good. And what really sets it apart from all its competitors is that it can generate sound with the video. So the way it works is you type in a prompt of what you want to create. You mention a description of who is talking and what you want them to say. Or it could even be an animal, what kind of sound, and boom, you have yourself an AI generated video ready to go. So I went into Instagram and I went to the search tab and I typed in VO3, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the clips that popped up, it is so scary good. I almost can't tell it apart from AI to human.
Yes, someone used
Yeah.
it to create a movie trailer of
Yep.
like this, like an energy, high action, like car chase scene,
Uh-huh.
and it looks so legit.
The one that I saw was
It looks so real.
a sailor out in the sea, like this old man who
Yeah.
is just stuck out at sea. And I'm like, you almost cannot tell if it's actually cinematically made or if it's AI generated.
Oh.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but if this feature catches your attention, it's available now in for US users on Google for a monthly subscription of $249.99.
I mean, but if you think about it, if you could generate a movie that could generate money,
Well-
I mean, like for someone who like me, like who I fancy myself a script writer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have some that are pretty solid. I've got friends in the industry that said, hey, those are pretty solid.
Yeah.
Right.
But getting them made is impossible.
So you would put this in there and
so
it would
I
generate?
could then have it generated. It wouldn't have real actors or anything in it, but the story's still great, right? So now you can watch the movie that I made
Yeah.
without me having to pay someone to produce it, without me having to pay actors. And I don't not want to not pay actors. I'd love to, but I can't
Mhm.
afford it.
At this point, I feel like this is going to change the game where like awards are being distributed because you can, get the credit for making a great film, right? Let's just say you're making a short film. At this point, you got to get the credit for the script.
So
was it you that made it? Was it AI that made it?
For me, I would think what it would do is kick open the door for common folks. Like I can now generate you a short that you can now visualize and go, okay, this could be a blockbuster movie. Let's buy it from you and make it.
Yeah.
Whereas
Okay.
before, all I could do is show you my script and you could be like, nah.
But like full-on movies won't be used.
Well, I think they
from
could be
this.
eventually. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, for me, I see it as a way to kind of level the playing field for those of us who don't have a way to get our stuff to the big distributors.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. So Ray mentioned last week that Live Nation has their $30 tickets to summer promotion that offers $30 to all in tickets for over 100 concerts. Heads up, the sale started yesterday. And just to add to that, there is a new study that says going to concerts every 2 weeks can add 9 years to your life. So research shows that people who hit up live shows at least once every 2 to 3 weeks reported significantly higher levels of happiness, self-esteem, productivity, and overall well-being. So my friends,
Wow.
enjoy yourself.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, so going to talk about Memorial Day weekend, which is coming up. Actually, it started today, technically, according to AAA and the travel schedule. I'm going to find out what your plans are and if you are one of the 45 million people that are going to hit the road. After Tate McRae, it's Sports Car. It's Johnny's House on XO1067, Orlando's #1 hit music station. Tate McRae and Sports Car, XL 106.7, Orlando's #1 hit music station. It is Johnny's house on a Thursday morning. It is 9:20. Going to be around 89 today, 30% chance of rain and mostly cloudy. Now, this weekend is Memorial Day weekend. And it's not like a celebration holiday, but it is a holiday that a lot of people have extra time off.
Yeah.
So they do travel a lot. They say this year it's going to be, they say it every year, I feel like, record travel numbers.
They do. They say the record is like through Central Florida or through Orlando Airport. There's always a record.
Right. And I think 45 million people they expect to travel for the holiday weekend. And they say that the actual first travel day is right now. They say heavy traffic expected today from 1 to 9 p.m. So if you're heading out early, you're going to want to leave now before 1 p.m. because that's when it's going to pick up. A lot of people taking half days today and then taking tomorrow off, or wait until tonight after 9.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow, if you get out before noon, they say good because a lot of people taking half days tomorrow. And if not, you need to wait until after. Then Saturday is going to be the heaviest day for travel. Yeah, they say Saturday afternoon because a lot of people didn't get Thursday and Friday off.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And so they'll head out Saturday morning because they're off on Monday.
Okay.
So a lot of people are going to be hitting the road. If you are hitting the road, by the way, you can take us with you on the iHeartRadio app.
Yeah, make us a preset.
And your #1 preset would be nice. And then you'll never miss a keyword, which, by the way, this hour is win. XL1067.com for your chance to win $1,000. Are you going anywhere?
So I wasn't going to go anywhere because my niece is having her birthday party on Saturday. So I didn't have any plans to go anywhere, but I might, I'm most likely going to go out to Indian Rocks because that's where my dad is like working. And so he has a place out there right now.
Right.
And so we might take the kids to Indian Rocks for a couple days.
You're going to fight some traffic.
I know. And that's why I'm like, dang it. Cause it's going to be Saturday, but it's going to be later Saturday.
So they say Saturday between 2 and 6 is the worst time. So you need to leave in the morning or leave in the night.
It's going to have to be the nighttime then because her birthday party is like right there in the dead center of the day. And I was going to leave right after that.
And getting to Indian Rocks, you have to go through the 27, the celebration down through over to Tampa area. And that's going to be a pain on I-4.
I do not know why the express lanes were not extended or that area is always horrible.
Worst. Champions Gate. Oh,
I know.
The worst. Narice, you going out of town?
I am not, but everybody's coming to town for me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So I just got done talking about it with my sister yesterday. We're kind of still planning it out. My cousin from Hialeah, she's going to come up here with her daughter tomorrow night so she can already be settled in. Because Saturday morning, first thing, what we're going to do together is drive over to Wekiva Springs to meet up with my sister and her 2 kids from Gainesville.
Okay.
We're going to spend the day there. Then I got to wrap it up because I have the Pride game, the city game. Sorry. Got the city game I got to get ready for. So I'm also setting them up because I want them to come out too with the kids and have fun and watch the soccer game. But then funny, after that, I'm going to be like, I just plan, I don't know how else to say it. I plan on partying, honestly.
Okay.
I want to be outside this weekend.
Yeah.
I mentioned it to my family. I was like, listen, we're going to have family time, but at some point y'all got to leave because I want to go do my thing, step outside, but also be with my friends because we're trying to make some plans because Fringe is still happening too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Friday, I even plan on going to, Sabrina from our sister station.
Yeah.
She's going to be doing a show. So we're going to go support.
I think her and Angel
Her and
from the
Angel,
Monsters. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to go support that, watch it, and then keep going with the party after. So it's combination of friends, family, but also I'm really excited to not set my alarm mad early in the morning.
Right. Yeah, no, that's nice. That's always nice to not set your alarm for 6 in the morning. Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I was on a cruise last weekend.
Yeah.
So I feel like last weekend I did enough. So I feel like this weekend we probably won't do much at all.
I was going to say, but you're lucky because you have a pool right in your backyard. So you could just have your own little staycation at your house.
Yeah. The only thing we're doing, we're going over to Sanford. My friends, Jen and Jason, their son, Jack, who's the valedictorian over at Seminole High School, is having his graduation party.
Yeah.
And we got lucky enough to be invited.
Okay.
So yeah, we're going to go to his graduation party on Sunday.
Nice.
But it'll be nice not to have to worry about getting up on Monday. Because usually when I get invited to stuff on Sunday, it's sure, I can go, but I got to leave at 4 so I can go home. But it'll be nice. But yeah, we're not doing anything major, so no major travel for us, and we probably won't mess around with the theme parks either. I mean, maybe we will. Maybe Epic will pull all the people away from my favorite parts over by my side of town, and I can go to my favorite parks. We'll see. What do you got going on this weekend? What are your plans? Are you one of the 45 million people that are traveling? And are you heading out early? When are you leaving? And where are you going? 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067, 41067, and hit send. You can hit us up on Facebook. You can hit us up on the live stream on YouTube, which you can always watch the show on. Hello. Where are you going for Memorial Day? How far are you going? And when are you heading out? So we want to talk to you on Johnny's House. Orlando's number one hit music station, XL 1067. It is Thursday morning, 9:35 in Johnny's house. Don't forget the keyword this hour to win $1,000 is win, WIN, at XL1067.com. If you're watching the live stream,
we are devouring corn.
We're a little messy. The Mount Dora Corn Festival is going down this weekend, and they just showed up with a whole bunch of sweet Zellwood corn.
It's so good.
And now it's all in my teeth, but it's delicious.
I know, and they brought floss, which is so cute.
Yeah,
brilliant.
So, it's going on this weekend. Tons of fun. Corn eating contests. It's Elizabeth Evans Park in Mount Dora, Saturday noon to 7 p.m. So you can definitely check that out. So it is Memorial Day weekend, so you can just add that to the list of things you're going to do this weekend. I want to find out where you're going, how far you're traveling. 45 million people are going to hit the road for Memorial Day weekend. Teresa, I have no memory, so what's her name?
Oh, Ashley.
Ashley, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so what you doing this weekend? You heading out?
Yeah, Saturday is my granddaughter's first birthday, and then on Sunday I'm headed down to Arcadia with my husband and my son and my daughter, and we're going to go shark tooth hunting.
Nice. Where are you going?
Arcadia, the Peace River.
Oh.
How far away is that?
About an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending, again, on traffic.
Okay.
But, it's very nice down there, and we're going to probably spend the night overnight and then take our time going home on Monday.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. They say Monday is not so bad travel-wise. Sunday afternoon is going to be pretty heavy with people leaving.
I was going to ask you which day coming back is going to be the worst.
So Sunday is going to be the worst. And then if you're going to leave early Monday morning, you'll be good. Midday, they say, is a little busy according to AAA. And then in the evening, again, you'll be light. But then you have to get up for work Tuesday morning after getting home late. So no one wants to do
That's the
that.
joy of staying home mom.
Yeah. Oh, that is good. You don't have to get up no matter what.
Yeah.
That's
and
pretty
my
nice.
daughter gets out of school today, so
Oh, that's
kind of
cool.
like summer kickoff.
Yeah, so you get a little head start on everything. Well, have a great time.
Thank you.
And of course, you know you could. Oh, hang on. I just did something. I hung up on her.
Dang it.
No. Hit the wrong button.
You're going to have somebody crying on the side of the road.
I'm sorry. She was about to give a shout out or say something to somebody. So please call back if you want to do that. Truck driver Brian, good morning.
Hey, good morning, y'all.
Where are you going this Memorial Day weekend?
I am in Arkansas now, and I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going to be there tonight, and then I'm going to find something tomorrow morning, Friday morning, that'll get me back out west. So I'm going to go. That's how I've been missing you guys. I've been going out 2 and 3 time zones over, so I'm always asleep when you guys are on now.
Right. So you're going to be driving during the whole time?
The whole time. I'm gonna be driving straight until the last day of May. That's my birthday, and that's, as you know, I'm gonna spend that in some city and be a tourist and go to museums and all that.
Yeah, but traffic's going to be crazy this weekend.
Yeah, bro. Bless your heart.
If I can get out of Atlanta tomorrow early morning, I'll be farther out because especially through Tennessee and Kentucky, traffic is just stopped.
Yeah. You don't want to deal with that.
That sucks.
Well, stay safe because the roads are going to be crazy.
Thank y'all. Y'all too.
All right. Enjoy your weekend, man.
You too.
All right.
Bye.
See you. Ray, you got anything over there? Anybody traveling anywhere?
Yeah, there's some people that are doing like the local beaches and stuff, which I feel like is going to be so crazy. You would definitely have to get a spot early on the beaches.
Someone on the XMO with powered by Attorney Dan Newland. Interact. Need a check. It's a no-brainer. Just call Attorney Dan Newland. They say they're going to go about 4.2 miles from their house to Lowe's so they can buy a dryer because it's going to be on sale because there's lots of big sales this weekend. Someone said they're going to Blue Ridge, Georgia, and then to Atlanta and Six Flags, which is going to be crazy driving through Atlanta. Traffic's always bad through Atlanta. Well, wherever you do end up going, of course, you can take us with you. Always free on the iHeartRadio app. If you want to catch up on all the Johnny's House episodes, you can find the podcast there, and you can make us both, XL and Johnny's House, your number one presets. Well, number 1 and number 2.
Yeah.
It's Lola and Messi. It's XL 1067 Thursday morning, 9:40, and you are listening to Johnny's House. Lola Young and Messi. Johnny's House on a Thursday morning on XL 1067. 9:43. A few more minutes to get the keyword in for your chance to win $1,000. And it is a win at XL1067.com. Time for us to roll up out of here.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy week.
It has been
It's off. It was weird.
Well, I mean, obviously, when anyone's gone, it's weird. But then I was like expecting to just stroll back in from vacation and chill.
I know. No.
That's not the way it
not
went.
for you.
But you guys did a good job.
Thank you. So did you.
Thank you
So
so
did
much.
you.
Appreciate it. So yeah. So what's going on with this weekend with you, Ray?
I am going to my niece's birthday party on Saturday, and then kind of just hanging out with the family, the twins, and that's pretty much it.
Now, Reese, what you got going on?
About to start crying. My sister just sent me a picture of my 5-year-old niece in her little cap and gown.
Oh my
cutest.
Yes.
See, that's how they get you.
Yep.
It is.
Buy these photos. Here you
Yes.
go. I still have my son's cap and gown from when he was 5.
Yeah,
It's-
I just hung it up ours
Yep.
in the closet,
Ours
and I'm
is-
like, I'm definitely keeping this forever.
Yep, it's folded up in a box. You have to do it.
Yeah.
Don't forget this weekend, the Mount Dora Corn Festival is going down on Saturday. All you can eat Zellwood sweet corn, live music from Blanco Brown, the Get Up Guy. Tons of stuff going on at Elizabeth Evans Park. It's going to be right down in Mount Dora. It's going to be from noon to 7. You can get your tickets, MountDoraCornFest.com. It's sponsored by Discover Lake County, Yingling, and the city of Mount Dora. We've been munching on corn for like the last 30 minutes.
It's so good.
Super delicious. Anything else from anyone?
No.
All right, then. Well, then Ryan Seacrest is up next, and we will see you when we see you. Sorry, guys, we had to go get corn from the Mount Dora Sweet Corn Festival. And now I got work to do, so I got to say bye. Full disclosure, there will be a best of on tomorrow, but I will be in the studio. So maybe I pop in and go live and say, what's the what? We'll see. Otherwise, peace out.